Come to you live here once again from northern Israel to bring the interesting topic du jour. Oh, maybe that's what we should call it, the interesting topic du jour. So, how are you all doing? Everybody's having a great Sunday. Can't believe it's already like the 20 whatever of the month. What is it, 23rd already? My goodness. Kind of crazy. 22nd? Whatever it is. 23rd. Plus, this is a short month, so March starts in less than a week. That's crazy. All right. So what's exactly happening that's worth telling you about? Well, actually, there's quite a bit. Okay. On Friday, if you didn't notice, the crypto exchange known as ByBit apparently had experienced the largest crypto heist in history so far. And by crypto heist, I don't mean like their exchange crashed and they lost $8 billion like FTX. No, I mean somebody apparently got into one of their wallets and stole a bunch of money. And what that money was Ethereum. They stole ETH and METH from an ETH and METH wallet, apparently. Reportedly, they stole something like 400,000 ETH, which apparently makes the thieves now the largest holders of ETH. They have more ETH, apparently, than the Ethereum Foundation, which suggests that was ByBit the largest holder of ETH before? That doesn't seem right. They're definitely not the largest crypto exchange. But hey, who knows? Whatever. But that is the report. Now, well, it could be that they had stuff from, because they did steal stuff from before. It was reportedly the Lazarus Group, which is, Lazarus is a group of black hat thieves, basically, crypto criminals and criminals, cyber criminals, basically. They work for North Korea, and the North Korean government uses them as a means of increasing their national revenue because they don't really have any revenue. So they have to resort to stealing in order to make it from one year to the next, apparently. But, I mean, obviously they have loads of money stacked up for the dictator. But, you know, he does still have to apparently feed his people. Not much, but to some amount. So they steal a lot of money from different places, and this is apparently the largest crypto heist that has happened to date. The victim, the ByBit exchange, sent out a bunch of messages from their CEO saying that this only affected the Ethereum in their cold wallets of ETH and METH. Now, there's a bunch of interesting things about this, because first of all, they also said that the traders' funds on the exchange are all safe and that they were all backed one-to-one and that withdrawals could all be covered. And promptly, 450,000 withdrawal requests were initiated by customers. 450,000, that's quite a lot. At which point, they processed them. And I think within 24 hours, they got them all out the door, which is relatively impressive. But during that 24-hour period, it was also learned that they, for some reason, received a loan of 40,000 ETH from BitGet, another crypto exchange, which begs the question, if your assets are all backed one-to-one, why do you need to accept a loan from BitGet? Is that because you realize it would make you more money to take the loan, like to take 10% of the requests worth of loans, 10% of the requests as loans and then pay it back slowly so that you could make more money from the loan? I mean, I don't know, whatever, financial accounting, whatever. But it is interesting. Why would they take 40,000 ETH as a loan? And why was BitGet so quick to give it to them? If supposedly ByBit had the money to cover all of the withdrawal requests. It's, that honestly, that smells a lot like what FTX said when they said, oh yeah, all of the depositors' funds are backed one-to-one and withdrawal requests, no problem. And then we saw what happened to FTX. What's also interesting is that, like FTX, Binance was invested in FTX and thinking of buying it or something. And they were like, oh, let's have a look and I'll be glad to help. That's when CZ was still the guy running Binance. Now, of course, he's not. But, he's still CZ and still the founder of it. I'm sure he still owns a bunch of Binance shares. And he offered to help them. Right? And so that's a bit weird because he offered to help the ByBit people as well. So a bit of echoes from the past revisiting. Now, Ben Zhu, the guy who's the CEO of ByBit, assured everybody again, like, nope, the cold wallet issue was segregated from the other wallets. This is not an insider, misuse of funds over a long period of time. This is a hack from this group. And they have a security audit every 2 weeks or something. And their security audit showed that they were fine. But here's the thing. It was a SegWit account, basically. It was not a SegWit account because it was Ethereum, but it was a shared access account that multiple people had to sign to approve the transactions. So whatever the hackers did, they're really crackers, by the way. They're not hackers, because there's a difference in the hacking community. There's a difference between being a hacker and a cracker, but whatever. They're crackers. They're the bad guys. They break systems and they steal people's stuff. Okay. So whatever those crackers did, they managed to convince enough people that their withdrawal requests were real, that they got multiple people to approve the requests, and it was probably more than one request, because I don't think any of them would have signed a single $1.4 billion withdrawal request from a cold wallet that stored their company profits without checking. And if they would have, there's something very wrong with those people. And they probably need to learn some things. And the CEO should probably be, I don't know what, looking for people to replace the people in those positions, or looking to immediately train them to do better. I mean, it's just, and maybe you don't need to fire them, because but who could forget such a lesson? But that is a serious breach when you have multiple people. Usually it's at least 3 or 4, but who knows how many people. Maybe even if it's just 2 or 3. That's still 2 people that had to approve the request. If any one of them had said no, the theft would not have happened. That means they both overlooked withdrawal requests from their cold wallet in the amount of $1.4 billion, regardless of how many requests it was. 1, 2, 10, 100, 1,000. Like, if you're getting unusual activity, which they said it was, first of all, why are you approving requests when there's unusual activity? Second of all, when the unusual activity is in such a huge amount, why are you all approving it? Why isn't anyone saying, hey, Can we verify this somehow before we approve it? Like, again, there's multiple people. Anyway, so the narrative was that was the reason the prices fell on Friday. It wasn't. And if you watched my video from before that hack on Friday, I told you that there was mixed volatility on the day and that we could easily see the prices move up, followed by a dump. That's exactly what happened on Friday. The volatility was indicating the prices would move up and then be followed by a dump. And that is exactly what happened. And then what happened after the dump in the last 4 hours of Friday? It started to mean revert back to the upside on all those assets that dumped out. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Solana, right? All the meme coins, all the everything coin, whatever, everything that had that same, action, right? Following the returns to the upside, and then following the returns to the downside, and then following the returns back up a little bit before the end of Friday. And then they spent Friday, Saturday, just climbing before mean reverting a little bit to back to the downside, right? So there's mean reversions and distributions all day long, every day. The narrative fillers telling you it's because of a social engineering hack that prices dumped. It's not because, listen, if money got taken out of a private wallet, doesn't matter how many billions, was a cold wallet, not on an exchange, the thieves out of the 1.4 billion have reportedly only liquidated about like 100 or 200 million in different dexes around the internet, right? A bunch of decentralized exchanges. Well, that just demonstrates to you, right, that it wasn't, in fact, their theft that caused the price dump. Because moving 1.4 billion, first of all, is like a tenth of a percent, not even a tenth of a percent of the crypto marketplace. It's nothing. It's insignificant, right? Second of all, moving it from a cold wallet to a DEX and not even selling more than 10 or 20% of the assets you move from one wallet to another, like selling a couple $100 million worth of ETH, that's not like gonna cause the entire market to collapse. It's just not. Okay. It's a multi-billion dollar, it has many tens of billions of dollars or whatever, I forget what the market cap of ETH is, but it's a lot, relatively. It is, after all, still the number 2 highest market cap crypto. So if it's hundreds of billions of dollars, selling a couple $100 million, that's not going to cause the price to dump. Oh, but it happened at the same time. No. Look at the VEPS chart. Look when the hacks happened. Look when the hacks were reported. Look when the liquidations happened. And then look at when the prices actually dumped. Because of the VEPS, not because of any of that other stuff. You'll see that it dumped because of the VEPS and not because of any of that other stuff. It's really quite simple. Which leads me to really the point of this video, which is that there's a massive amount of miseducation happening in this space, and it's been going on forever, and it's only getting worse. And by worse, I mean I'm seeing an increasing number of people who otherwise seem like pretty normal people, from young dudes to young women to, men and women in their middle age, in their middle ages. Plenty of people in this space who are basically bowing out, not because the space is bad, but because they perceive it to be bad. They perceive it to be nothing more than a casino, and a bad one at that, right? They perceive it to be basically a waste of time. And okay, if you view the assets in the crypto space as purely an object to watch and see whether or not number go up, then yeah, it is, right? So it is, in fact, a bad thing if that's how you view the assets, right? If all you think of when you see crypto coins, hi, hello there, I see you. If all you think when you see these assets is number go up, or that's what you want to see, you really are missing the point of the assets. You really are missing the point of what crypto is. Crypto is a hell of a lot more than just number go up. It has massive value to people, especially people who live and work in places where normal banking transaction systems don't exist. Right? And there's a lot of those. There's a lot of places where you can't just do normal banking. And that's what it's for. Originally, that is the whole concept of it. Well, specifically of cryptocurrency, right? Like that is the point of cryptocurrency. If you don't get that, then yeah, you don't understand it, right? And you should. If you're going to be in a space of something you use, it behooves you to know how to use it. And that's why a lot of people in this space keep getting wrecked. They keep losing money and they keep getting wrecked because they only view it as a form of money. Well, guess what? A cryptocurrency is not just a form of money, even though it has the word currency in it. A blockchain, a good one anyway, is a lot more than just a form of money. Right? A good and proper blockchain has a lot of ability.
You're absolutely right. Money in its broader sense.
Okay. A good and proper blockchain has the ability to record information and store it as long as that blockchain exists, and to be available and accessible and verifiable to all who have access to it for as long as that blockchain exists. Right? It is a very useful piece of technology. It lets you share information. It lets you store multiple kinds of information. A blockchain is an incredibly useful thing. The issue is that a blockchain that is perceived to just be a form of getting money, buy this, get rich, that is a massive misperception of the purpose of the blockchain. And it really is the main reason that so many people end up getting wrecked. Because they're doing the wrong thing. By the way, it's not because they're trading that they're getting wrecked. It's because they're trading with poor information, and they're trading badly. They're making bad trading decisions. They are over leveraging positions, right? Usually. Very often they're swing trading positions with assets that should not be swing traded. Hold on one second. I'll be right back with you. And I'm still here. I'm just camera not in normal view. And they're basically behaving like degenerates. Okay. If you're behaving like a crypto degenerate, don't be surprised when you get the liquidation letter. It's gonna happen. Right? If you're behaving like a responsible, smart money trader, and you're not just trying to make the $1 million on the single trade you're making, right, and you're actually taking your profits, well, statistically, you are much more likely to end up your trade in profit. So that's why you should trade that way. And not trade like a degen. Now, if you want to know how you can trade like this, it's quite simple, really. Just go to alphatraడింghq.com, Discord. And there you can sign up for free, enter the Discord for free, and the request support channel. Once you create, you just simply say hi, access to the volatility. That way we can hook you up with our indicators. It's that simple. Then you get all the access you need to all the indicators. You get all the information you need to learn how to use them. You get access to chat channels where traders who use those indicators chat every day. And you get access to the live chats and the live streams where you can participate with your voice as well as with text. So come on in. It's friendly. The water's warm. And you'll learn how to trade volatility, probability, and statistics, all for free. All right? See you at Alpha Trading. Happy trading. Cheers.